Hello everybody, Andy here again. Well, this is hopefully a quick response to Renetto's recent video, Traitors or Not. First off, I'd like to say, Paul, good to see you back. But as with all your videos, I'm never quite sure how seriously you actually mean this, whether you're doing it a little bit tongue-in-cheek. I did get the impression that this was a serious topic for you. People supposedly, you're calling them traitors if they've gone over to live video. I know you did acknowledge that the word traitors was a bit too strong, and I totally agree with you there. I, like a lot of people, have set up an account over there. I think one of the reasons that a lot of people have done it is it's another site. Everyone's got the freedom to do whatever they want to. They can spread their message, or they see themselves as spreading their message by putting their videos onto this site. You can embed your videos into MySpace. I know you said that that's a different tactic, but you can still put these videos into your own personal MySpace page, so you're spreading your message in that way. So you could be called classed as a traitor by putting them into your MySpace page as well as live video, and possibly all the other sites that are probably out there, all those copycat sites. With any site like YouTube, it becomes like the byword for this type of site, doesn't it? We would call it YouTubing. It's always YouTube is the big one that people mention. They never mention live video. It's always YouTube, isn't it, that the videos originally get posted on. There will always be copycats. As you said yourself, you used the Walmart example about one of your products. They obviously thought it was a good product, so they copied it. It might not be, it might be an inferior copy. Sometimes the copies are better than the originals, but that doesn't usually happen, does it? But anyway, so why are people going over there? Well, as I said, partly to spread the message, but a lot of people have gone over there to protect their usernames. I know, don't bother yourself, Paul, if you've already looked, because yours has gone. I did have a look at that the other day. Not that I was going to steal it, but just wondered whether yours might have gone, and sure enough it had. And I know other people have had trouble with their usernames. You develop profile, I suppose, on YouTube when you start doing this, like everybody. I don't suppose anybody comes on here really with the express intention of becoming famous and becoming popular and developing a career. Some people maybe, but I don't think a lot of people do. The ordinary people, and especially the people that you mentioned, Geriatric 1927, Digital Soul, and all that sort of stuff, Boheme, they're just ordinary people who've grown in popularity. But once you grow in popularity, it starts to breed other things, doesn't it? The more popular you become, the more you think, well, actually, this is actually a way forward for myself. And as you pointed out, some people have actually gained exposure on other mediums, whether it be TV, or they've been given opportunities, like you said, you yourself have, to do other things. You, by the seams of it, are a fairly successful businessman, and best of luck to you. You've obviously worked hard, and you've got your inventions, etc., your creations, which are making you some money. A lot of the other people, I'm not trying to tar them with any particular brush, but this is probably a great opportunity for them. They see this, they get approached by people, they develop a profile, they get found on YouTube, and I know there's that certain luck, isn't there? You know, it might be you today, and a little hand comes along and says, right, Andy, today it's your turn, your 15 minutes is here. So why not take advantage of it? A site like live video appears, a couple of people mention it, and you think, well, let's go and check it out. It does work smoother in some ways. I've had a look at it, I've created a profile, and I did put a couple of videos on there. So you go and have a look and you see that it works well. So other people might do the same, so you spread your message. You think, well, why not? And I said, I don't blame people for doing that at all. There are a few people, I think, that have sort of decamped altogether, and maybe they are traitors, you could call them, possibly that. I still think that's too strong a word, but they've gone over there and they post exclusively on live video. Most of the examples that you gave, that I know of, that I watch anyway, and I subscribe to them, the majority of the ones you mentioned, as far as I'm aware, they post most of their stuff still are on YouTube, and they might duplicate it on live video, but I don't think many people actually make live videos for live video exclusively. They just put them on both sites, and I don't see a problem with that. I did put a few of my videos up there, 3 or 4, and I think that's about it. I did make a quick introduction, but to be perfectly honest, like a lot of other people, I haven't got the time to be no, I just haven't got the time to start wading through videos on both sites just to see if someone that I subscribe to on YouTube has possibly put something different on live video or MySpace or wherever it might be. So I haven't checked my live video account for some time now, and I haven't got any emails, so no one's watching anyway. And not many watch this one possibly, but there you go. So why not? As I said, I don't think they're traitors. why not do it? Competition can be a very healthy thing. I think there have been some movement in the YouTube community or the YouTube management in the last few days, even with the blogs. There's been a couple of blogs. They've got someone who's going to start doing things with little videos. I think they're taking notice of the problems that we've noticed and you've complained about, lots of other people have complained about. They've noticed there is the competition with live video and the other sites, and they're taking notice. That's what competition is all about. If you don't have competition, you have a monopoly, and a monopoly is never a very good idea, I don't think. So competition is a good thing. I won't be going anywhere, you obviously won't be going anywhere, and personally I think this site is probably far better. It might not run quite as well as some of the other sites, but YouTube is home as far as I'm concerned. It's the site that I came to, the site I've grown up with. I've never thought about doing videos before I come onto this site, and I like what I do now. I've got a few people who like what I do as well, and that's very good, that's very satisfying. So I don't intend going anywhere else, I intend staying here, and ultimately I think that this site will be the one that wins out. If we have a competitor that's a big competitor and a good competitor in live video, as I said, that's not a bad thing. Both sites can learn from each other. I know it's a copycat site and that is a bit disappointing, but as I said, that's a very good compliment. I'm sure the people at YouTube are thinking, well, they've basically ripped us off, but that's a backhanded compliment, isn't it? You know, this is flattery, why not? So anyway, I just thought I'd do that, say that rather quickly, not as much as I thought, as quickly as I intended to, but thanks for your video. I'm sure it will create a lot of interest and a lot of debate, as most of your videos do. As I said, I expect that you are being serious this time. But anyway, good to see you back, and thanks for taking the time to watch this. Anyway, goodbye.